Pink Pony Club. Do you own something and you're just waiting it out? Yeah, you just maybe 5 or 10 years, in 15 years time, this thing's gonna be so priceless that you're gonna make so much money from it. It's like a rare signature, and the day you take this thing to get, what do they call it? Not validated.
I think it is.
Authenticated?
Yeah.
Along those lines, the day you take it to someone to do that.
Verified.
You 100 million.
100 million.
Well, okay, 1 million.
Are you talking signature specific?
Yeah, signatures like autographs or things that have been autographed.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
Let's say you have like a Princess Diana cardigan, right? And you are just waiting for like her 50th year where we commemorate her death, and you know that cardigan, and you can prove it, and it's real, and you know that it's gonna fetch a pretty penny.
Yeah, like you're banking on it. Like you have something and you're banking on it that this is going to be worth money one day. I'm just holding on.
I'll tell you why I'm discussing this. Remember this guy that called in? Brian, what have you kept?
In 1995, the first year anniversary of the inauguration of a new president, Nelson Mandela, and I just figured that the country could have gone a number of worse ways. So I wrote him a thank you letter and said, please would the president sign my son's birth certificate? And Tris Bob, a couple of months later, got a letter back from his office. You know that official envelope saying the president is grateful, thank you, and happy birthday, and with a signed birth certificate.
No. And just, Brian, the signature, was it N Mandela or NR Mandela? Because in the beginning he used to write NR Mandela, and that's why that one is so rare. And then he figured that he's going to be signing so many things that they must just cut out the R.
The R. I'll have a look.
Go have a look, because then if it has an R, it's worth a pretty penny.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, it's worth a pretty penny.
In 2 weeks' time, it's literally 30 years ago.
Sure.
That's wild.
You see, in 2 weeks' time, you should take it to go and see if you can sell it.
See if you can get some bucks for it. I think that's got more sentimental value. You'll keep it forever. That
No. If they were selling the man's hearing aid, then it's all systems go for anything, Mandela.
Have you got something that's signed? You must have a lot of signed things.
I have a Zelda, who I'm
Yes.
very friendly with. She was Nelson Mandela's PA for a good 20 years as well. He gave her 5 of those Long Walk to Freedom books, the first 5 that he signed.
Yes.
And then she gifted that to me for my 30th birthday.
So you got the signed Long Walk to Freedom.
Yeah, I've got the signed Long Walk to Freedom.
That
Where do you
must be-
keep it? Now that we're here.
In the office, in my office at the house, next to Winnie Mandela's signed one.
Okay,
Oh,
showing
no,
off.
stop it.
Yeah, so I'm waiting 30 years. I'm gonna sell them as a package.
And the Beyonce sweat towel?
Oh yes, that's
So, I mean, like, we got to verify that. We got to work out how. I mean, that's got to
Mrs.
sweat.
Carter World Tour. Yes, she Beyonce dabbed her sweat and she gave me a towel.
That's a whole bunch of stuff, eh?
And I've got Tevin Campbell's towel because I love Tevin Campbell.
Is that worth anything?
Excuse me. It's more of a trinket.
I was going to say. I'm sure a lot of girls have that towel.
Okay, but this is not.
Not girls, actually, but
I was about to say, wrong gender for him, wrong gender. So this is what I want to know. Do you have anything that is signed? Because we don't do autographs anymore.
No.
We don't do
Selfies.
autographs. Yeah.
So this is my next question is an autograph actually worth anything? Because everybody's like, oh, I met Armin van Buren, here's me with a selfie, as opposed to back in the day, oh, he signed my cap. So, like, is there a value to an autograph anymore? Do we care?
Yeah, definitely, I think there is.
Do we care?
Maybe more so than photos now, because we can all get photos, but no one's got anything signed.
But I think it's also more valuable if it's an autograph of a newsmaker, celebrity, like from the pre-social media period. So like a Nelson Mandela, I think Mariah Carey, Tina Turner, people who existed before you could bump into celebrities at the airport and take a picture.
No, I think if you have a rugby jersey, football jerseys, these jerseys, like if they're signed by the whole team, and it's like the...
I actually got a friend of mine a jersey like that. It was signed by the entire 2019 squad.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. It's up in their office. Okay, 011-8838-947. Do you have like a signed anything? And okay, I mean, it could be twofold why you keep it because you keep it there to brag about it.
Yeah.
But also you're keeping it because you're hoping one day it is gonna fetch a pretty sum at an auction somewhere, and then that's it. That's you moving to Hermanus, baby. That's you.
That's it. That's your retirement
That's
fund.
your retirement fund. That's it. You out of here. you're moving to what Vilanculos there in Mozambique, and you'll be never heard from again, purely from that sale. The lands are going mad. This should be interesting. Send us a voice note, 084 0000 947.
We're asking you if you've got memorabilia, something that's been signed, something you're holding on to, and you're thinking it might be worth money in the future. I have a signed guitar.
By who?
Dave Matthews signed my guitar, as well as Eagle Eye Cherry.
Okay.
Eagle Eye Cherry.
But didn't you open for Sitha?
He didn't sign my guitar. But I think Dave Matthews is way more on the signature.
This is true. This is true.
I dated a guy and he bought my son a PS1. And at that time, there was a PlayStation 3 or 4. And my son thought it was useless. And I told him, like, yay, keep that. That's my retirement fund.
I am saving all of the 5 Rand Mandela coins I can find. One day.
I'm holding on to a signed FIFA World Cup official soccer ball signed by our great Simpiwe Shabalala.
I've got a signed CD cover from Brian Adams, so hopefully one day that will be some money I've got in my pockets, hopefully.
The lady with the PS1.
Yeah, look,
I'm not into tech much, and I'm not sure of what I'm about to say, but something tells me, honey.
There are guys who collect like original consoles,
Yeah.
so it can, but you've got to have like a collection. It depends on which PS1 is.
Oh, so it can be expensive.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's enough to retire.
Not retirement money, but it'd probably be like double in value.
It's more like cool money. It's a cool factor. When you walk in and someone's
Okay.
got one, you're like, oh, you got an original. Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I've got, you guys gifted me at the beginning of the show when we also liked each other. An Esther Mathangu portrait,
chuckle at
an
himself.
original. I'm kidding, guys. Time's life, please don't write an article.
Yes. Yeah. There's a rift in the Anele and The Club team. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, Anele.
Wait a minute. Now we're talking here. You've got something signed by Michael Jackson.
Yes, I do. A 20 Rand note from 1999.
Okay. Where did you see Michael Jackson in 1999?
At Sun City. I was literally 8 years old at the time, and we were there for a weekend just on holiday with the family. And the next thing, my parents came running to me and they were like, oh my gosh, you need to go into P&A to go and get something. Michael Jackson's here. He's going to sign it for you. And I was like, why should he sign something I buy? I'm just going to give him the note. So I gave him the note and he signed it.
And where does it stay now?
It's framed. It's actually at my parents' house on a cabinet on
That's
their
cool.
wall.
Yeah, now we're
That's
talking.
cool.
Now
That's
we're
cool.
talking. Have you ever had it assessed as to how much it will fetch?
No, not at all. I'm personally not interested in ever actually selling it. But yeah, I don't know.
Must have doubled in value at least.
40 rand.
I would hope so.
And also, here's another thing. Let's say you do have something that you want to have assessed. Who do you take it to?
They are guys.
Not cash converted. Like, not.
Like who the guy? Like Sotheby's, the auction people. Who?
Auction people, they'll assess it for you. They'll check it for you.
Yeah,
There's a whole bunch of it. Depends on what it is. If it's art, if it's signature, if it's a car. Yeah.
Dale, good morning. Welcome to Anele and The Club.
Good morning. So I have got something that probably isn't worth money, but worth a little bit more.
Okay.
So many years ago, when Francois Steyn was just starting out with the Springboks, we went to go and watch them train the one day and we had photos taken. And we went back the next day to have our photos signed. And he obviously, I caught his eye. And we went to go have our photos signed afterwards. And he looked at me, signed it, turned it over, and wrote his phone number on it instead.
Do you still dial that number to see if it works?
That laugh tells a tale.
Did you call him?
I did. But unfortunately, I was in a relationship at the time, but stupid me. Yeah. So we did speak a little bit, but then it was kind of like a come to my hotel room at 9 o'clock type of situation, and I was...
And you don't do room service, do you?
I don't do room service.
She's lying also, she
Wait,
went.
where's Francis staying now?
I wish I could tell you because I have deep regrets of not going there that night.
I'm so silly because I'm chuckling at teeth.
Have you tried to phone that number? Is it still operational?
Unfortunately not. This is years ago, so no longer working.
Are you still hot?
Absolutely. Better than ever.
That's my girl. Okay, maybe you'll catch his eye again.
I've just Googled Francois Steyn.
Crazy.
He's a little bit married, but anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so I
A
get
little
that.
bit married.
Okay. Off you go then, Dale. What, are you now in a relationship?
No, not at the moment. I'm not.
Johannesburg, she's hot and she's single. I'm just saying.
We were asking, do you have something that you've been keeping that you think is of some value one day? Like something that's signed, for example, maybe a famous person you ran into signed something. It's a rugby jersey, rugby ball, whatever it might be.
I'm here for the rugby ball signed, the rugby ball that was used in the final.
Yes.
And it's signed by Siya Kolisi. That is going to fetch a lot of money one day.
I've got a book of his signed. But I mean, we're going to have to wait.
Yeah, no, give it about until he's like 80.
Yeah.
And then you're going to cash in.
A signed South African jacket by A.B. de Villiers.
Ashim Amblas signed my ball. Also, Cousin Dawson signed my ball.
I've got a 1995 official Rugby World Cup ball signed by the whole Springbok
There
team
we
that
go.
played in the 95 World
That's
Cup
massive.
final.
That's
There
massive.
we go. The lady with the jacket, A.B. de Villiers.
Yeah.
Dude, in India,
That man is massive.
that man is like a demigod. Trust me, you would fetch money there.
Even Hashim Amla, the
Yes,
ball. That's
yeah,
massive.
yeah. The cricketers,
That's
bro.
very cool.
There's money there. Fabian, good morning. Welcome to Anele and The Club.
Hi, 947, how you doing?
We're good. Okay, what do you have
good.
that one day is going to fetch so much money?
I think it could probably fetch it right now as well, but I refuse to even evaluate it.
Why? That's the word.
It is a mug, a teacup from Queen Elizabeth when she was in South Africa when my great-grandmother received it.
No.
Okay, but how did your great-grandmother get it? Was she there cleaning, and then as soon as Queen Elizabeth put the teacup down, she was like,
I
I'll
believe she
take that.
came to the school, Anele. I believe she came to the school and she was came to visit some school. I don't know which school it is, but she gave the kids a mug. And and that was it. And since then, we kept it and valued it and bubble wrapped it. And it's very far and very safe.
And what is it valued at right now?
I don't know. I refuse to even pick it out and value it. I just don't even. I didn't even look on Butterbuy or anything. Nothing.
Is it signed? Or is it just the
signed?
Lipstick. It's signed with her lipstick.
Huh?
Fabian, come back.
No, I think he meant it just.
Can you hear me?
Is it just signed?
Yes, it's signed. It's signed and it has pictures of it. It has a picture.
Oh, wow, this is legit. I know it's legit because Fabian is even like, he's whispering when he's talking. He doesn't want to talk loud.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
The people next to him can't know
I'm
that.
not whispering. Can you hear me now?
No, there's like you've got a little voice going on where you're like, oh my word, I cannot believe I've got this thing. So how did you end up inheriting it? Why out of all of the grandkids, why are you the one to take it?
So my mom had it for a good couple of years and she looked after it, and that's when she gave it to me, I think when I was about 22 or 21. She gave it to me.
Do you know roughly which year that was? Was it her visit here to South Africa?
It was Queen Elizabeth's visit to South Africa.
Okay, wait, I'm going to check.
Is this a Commonwealth visit?
Yeah, it must have been.
When she was coming in to check in on the territories?
This was many years ago, probably even like 30 years.
An
40
inspection
years
from the regional
maybe,
supervisor.
Maybe even way long ago.
Is it? I was going to ask. Is it like the 1947 trip?
Oh my!
Yeah,
because you said
it had to be.
It had to be, because there was 1947 and then 95.
That's insane.
1947.
Yeah, I
it had
think
to be before the 50s.
Of all the things that we heard today, that's by far the most valuable.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, Fabian.
What are you looking at, Anele? Since you guys are researching it, which I refuse to do.
You refuse to even research it?
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Okay. I've got many other collections and things. I got the Mandela collection. I've got the inauguration collection. There's so many things that I collect in my life. But this one specific thing, I don't even want to look at the price of it.
If it's signed, it's tough to. Obviously, you'll have to get it properly checked out, right? But there's very few of these online. A few thousand pounds.
So right at the bottom of it, it's actually like signed with her name, and then I think there's a date on it as well. At the
I
bottom.
also just want somebody who does this, who evaluates these things, to give us a ring 011 88 38
Yeah,
9
that's
percent.
what I also.
Yeah, and we just like off the top of their head to let us know, like people let us know this is what I have, and then we find out how much it is. Fabian, we might come back to you to find out about that teacup from Queen Elizabeth, but we have to go to the story, and this is the reason why I started this conversation, because about 2 weeks ago I was fortunate enough to be at David O'Sullivan's house, right?
Right.
And now he's then stunning house, by the way, and they've done it up lovely. So we're in his office, and in his office on the wall there is a picture, and it's a newspaper article. Then we started speaking about. In fact, I'm gonna let David O'Sullivan tell the story himself. David O'Sullivan, welcome back to Anele and The Club. How are you, sir?
I'm very good. Good to chat to you, Nelly. How's it, Frankie?
Good, and you, David?
Oh my word, I'm so excited.
And Nelly told me everything about, because obviously you helped write Rassi's book, right? And she was just, when she went to your house, she came back the next day. And then he showed me they were sitting in that lounge, and that's where Rassi was telling the story. And, you know.
Yeah, so I was saying, Anele, I've got a number of bits of pieces of memorabilia. I've got the Freedom Charter signed by all the delegates of the leaders of the 5 organizations that signed the Freedom Charter in 1955. It's a print, though. It's not an original, so it'll have a value of probably the piece of paper that it's on. But it's still nice to see Albert Lutuli's signature, so that's quite cool.
Yeah, that's very
But
cool.
then tell us about the NRM one.
That's the big one that I got. So it's a piece of paper that's been torn out of my reporter's notebook, and it says, "To David O'Sullivan, best wishes and compliments, N.R. Mandela." But the thing that is the most important thing about it is the place and the date, because the date on it is the 15th of February, 1990, and the place is Soweto. It was done 3 days after he was released. And I was working for a radio station called Capital Radio, the first independent radio station. And we got the phone call to say that he was available for interviews. So he was released on the 12th. He gave a news conference at Archbishop Tutu's house on the 13th. He flew to Joburg on the 14th. And on the 15th, he was in his little house in Vilakazi Street in Soweto. And we were able to go there and interview him. And for some reason, they said no cameras, but it was the age where you didn't walk around with a camera. So I didn't really think about that. But only once we'd done the interview, I thought, I need to have some kind of record of this. So I said to him, and I never, as a journalist, you don't ask people for autographs or selfies. It's a bit, it's unprofessional. But I said, I need some memory of this. So I said to him, won't you please sign my notebook? And he said, sure. I said, I normally would have asked a sports person. He said, well, as a former boxer, let me sign it. And he wrote that, but he just signed N.R. Mandela and handed it back. And I said, no, I need you to write the date and where we are, because one day everybody's going to have your signature. I need this one to be special. But it was only years and years later where I was actually doing a show on 702, and we were talking about evaluating these kinds of things. And I had somebody from one of the auction houses, I can't remember which one, Sotheby's it could have been. And somebody phoned in and said, I've got an autograph book. Would this be of value? And the guy said, well, there are a number of things. If the person has passed away, the signature becomes more valuable, or if it's changed. And I said, oh, well, I've got Nelson Mandela's signature, and he's removed the R now. He only signs N. Mandela. He said, oh, that's going to be very valuable one day. Well, that piece of paper was stuck in a book. I hauled it out of the book. I went to a professional framers. I got it all framed up in the one you saw in LA. That's the one that's now on the wall, with special glass to filter the light so the light won't fade it. And it's one of my prized possessions.
That's an incredible piece of history.
And you'd never sell it, hey, David?
No, that would never get sold. Like the previous caller, I would never even bother evaluating it. I just wouldn't want to know the value of that. No, I don't think I'd be tempted. But it is a very special moment, a special piece of paper commemorating an incredibly special
1,000. 1,000, David.
5,000.
10,000. 10,000.
2 I 15, 20, 25, 25,
Wow, that's crazy good.
David, that's insane. And you know what it is? You have so many of these stories, and I think, just one day they're going to be all in one fantastic book that we're going to love reading.
I'm busy working on Cheslin Colby's book now, so it's going to have to wait.
So Cheslin's sitting in that. Anele, Cheslin's in that
He's
office.
sitting in that chair. The chair that Rassi sat in. Oh, my word. David, stop it. I like it. Continue. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Cheers.
Bye.
Anele and the Club
on 947.